Hello and welcome to my July book haul. This month I got 21 books and I know that is a lot. And yeah, I'm just gonna get started, so this video isn't going to be like an hour long. The first thing I did this month was go to the Faroe Islands for a week, and of course, being me and being a Bible collector, I bought a Bible. And yeah, I can't read it, but I own it. And books in the Faroe Islands are fairly cheap, so I bought a trilogy by Ken Follett. I'm not sure what this is called. Is it just called Fall of Giants Trilogy? The Century Trilogy, it says it on the back. The Century Trilogy by Ken Follett. And these are three humongous books, and the first one in this trilogy is Fall of Giants. The second one is Winter of the World. And the third is Edge of Eternity. I don't know a lot about this trilogy other than I've heard that people love it, and it's kind of like a historical view of the world in this trilogy. I also got About Grace by Anthony Doerr, and I still haven't read All the Light We Cannot See, but this is just a beautiful book and it sounds really intriguing. It's about a man who kind of walks out on his family, and 25 years later he finally finds the strength to discover his daughter's fate, and that just sounds really intriguing, so yeah. Then I bought two of the Barnes & Noble leather-bound collectible editions. Is that what they're called? Collectible leather-bound editions. And I collect these, so they're collectibles. Yeah, I know, that sounds weird. But I collect these, and I got Aesop's, is that how it's pronounced? Aesop's Illustrated Fables, which is a book. Look at the gold edges. It's a book with a lot of fables, obviously, and on the back it says slow and steady wins the race, the tortoise and the hare, and it's just a beautiful book, and as the rest, I can't wait to get to this. And then I got one more, and that is The Snow Queen and Other Winter Tales, and this is just beautiful as well. And The Snow Queen and Other Winter Tales is kind of like Hans Christian Andersen, which is a Dane. He wrote The Snow Queen, and then there are a lot of tales that is kind of come like from this, like an inspiration. A lot of winter tales that have drawn inspirations from the Snow Queen, and look at those silver edges, they're so beautiful. And yeah, there's this paper on the back, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be there because it's kind of falling off and it's placed weird, but again, it's so beautiful, and I collect these, so now I have 5 of these editions, I think. And yeah, I just think they're beautiful and gorgeous when they just like stand here with the spines. Yeah. Those were all the books that I got in the Faroe Islands, and then I ordered a bunch of books. First, I ordered the Justice Buried trilogy by Hilary Thompson, and look what they sent me. Like, why do you send me this weird copy like the second book in... it annoys me because the first and the third book are the Off Tomes editions, and then they sent me the second book, which is the 2014 version, I think, and it just feels weird, and it's much too tall, and I don't know what they're doing, but I got my money back from the second one, but they didn't want the book back, so now I've written to Off Tomes to try to get the real edition so that it can match, but I haven't heard anything back yet, so yeah. But I have them. I also ordered Shadowhunters and Downworlders, a Mortal Instruments reader by, well, it's edited by Cassandra Clare, and I think this is like, yeah, a lot of things mixed into one by a lot of different authors writing about the Shadowhunter world. Then I ordered Never Never by Colleen Hoover and Tarrant Fisher, and these are like 3 short stories kind of, but they're all mixed into one. They're like continuous. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. I can't talk today. There are 3 books, but it's 1 story. And I read these on my iPad, and I just love them so much, so I had to order them, so I have the physical copies. Then I ordered a World Cloud Classics editions of a book, and I really want to collect these as well. I have Les Miserables, and now I have the Romantic Poets, and this is just a book full of poetry. I really think it's like a cool edition because it's so shiny here, and it says Byron, Coleridge, Keats, Blake, Wordsworth, Shelley on the stems, and just think that's kind of fun. And on the back it says, though nothing can bring back the hour of splendor in the grass, of glory in the flower, we will grieve not, rather find strength in what remains behind, by William Wordsworth. I also ordered A Tyranny of Petticoats by a lot of different authors. It is edited by Jessica Spotswood, and it is 15 stories of belles, bank robbers, and other badass girls. And I can't wait to get into this. A lot of these on the back I don't know who is, like the authors. There's Marie Lu, Marissa Meyer, and yeah, that is the two people that I can recognize names of, and I haven't read anything by them, but I really can't wait to get into this. I mean, it's badass girls. What's not to love? Then I also pre-ordered On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher, and this is a love story like no other. And how I kind of understood this when I pre-ordered it, it is about an old woman called... what is she called? Wow. Evie. Yeah. It is about an old woman called Evie, and she's about to die, and then she wakes up as a 27-year-old. I think. I'm not entirely sure, but that was kind of what I understood of it, and I can't wait to read it, and it's beautiful. And is there anything? Ooh, it's beautiful as well under the dust jacket, in my opinion. And yeah, can't wait to get into this. Then I went to London for the first time in my life, and of course I had to buy some books, and the first place I went was Foyles, because why not? And I got 2 books from Foyles, and those 2 books were Me Before You and Me After You by Jojo Moyes. I haven't seen the movie, and I haven't read any of these 2 books, but I wanted to read them, so I got them. And then I went to Waterstones, where I also got 2 books. Those 2 books are Forever by Judy Blume, and I am not really entirely sure what this is about. I think this is about a boy and a girl getting romantically involved with each other for the first time ever, and what comes with it. And I've just heard a lot of the good things about Judy Blume, so I wanted to try something from her, and they had a lot of different Judy Blume books, so I just picked this up because I heard the name mentioned before, and I just thought I'd check it out. And it has a red spine, not a red spine, and it has red edges, which is kind of weird, but I really like it. And the last book I got this month, also from Waterstones, was Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, sorry for butchering it. And I've just heard a lot of great things about it. I'm also called Rebecca, minus with 2 K's instead of 2 C's, but never mind. And on the back it says, Rebecca is dead, and yet she influences every action and thought of all the other characters in the book. The moment I finished, I turned to page 1 and started over again, said by Mallory Blackman. And if that isn't a review that kind of draws you into this book, then what will? Because this sounds really epic, and I don't know how to explain this book, so I'm gonna read what it says about the novel in general on the back. It says, on a trip to the south of France, the shy heroine of Rebecca falls in love with Maxim de Winter, a wealthy, handsome widower. But as they arrive at Manderley, his Cornish mansion, a change comes over Max, and the young bride is filled with dread. Friendless in the isolated house, she realizes that she barely knows the man she has married, and in every corner of every room is the phantom of his beautiful first wife, Rebecca. And this sounds a bit creepy and a bit psychological thriller-esque. I'm not really sure, I haven't read a lot of psychological thriller, but as well as Forever by Judy Blume, I've just heard a lot of great things about it, and I've heard a lot of people say that this is a book that you just have to read, so I got it and I'm ready for it.